Right, hello, grade 10s. Welcome to term 2. Man, I'm very excited. I think, last term we were doing well, but I think we're just going to do that much better this term. And I'm excited. Also excited because, man, there was just some great understanding and articulation of your ideas in the tests. So I've marked those and they're there. What I'm going to do is create a video for each of the questions, and then I recommend you watch all of them actually, even if you did the question well. Just have a listen through, see, because there might be some other little nugget or gem of information along the way. And so have a watch through, and then particularly the questions that you struggled with, just to really focus in on those questions and keep writing down, writing down, writing down. It's crucial. So here we go. All of that preamble aside, let's get going here. So our first question, we're sketching graphs, and we spend quite a bit of time on the sketching because it's just so important for this. So our first one, y equals 2x minus 6. I'm going to kind of work through my thinking process, which I think is useful for you to follow as well, and for us to work through it in that way. So here's our test. So he's got y equals 2x minus 6. First thing I notice, 2x minus 6, I know that it's a straight line. So you're not necessarily writing down straight line, but in my head I'm thinking straight line. And I'm going to write down my thinking so you can see it as well. And I'm thinking 2x, already I'm seeing that the gradient's 2x, so already I'm thinking it's a positive slope and it's a little bit steeper than just a 45-degree angle. And minus 6, so I'm thinking, well, it's not going through the origin, it's going to go down by 6. It's going to translate or move down by 6, it's going to move by minus 6. So we can put all that together and draw ourselves some axes. So if we've got our axes here, we already have an idea of what it's going to look like. And it's sometimes useful just to do a quick sketch and go, well, I know it's going to have gone down by 6 and it's going to look something like that. I already kind of know that point's going to be 0 minus 6, and I'm going to have to find out that point there. Maybe write down all the thinking. So here, axes, x, y. Let's maybe zoom in a bit. Maybe I'll be able to draw it a bit neater. So let's work through what we've got. We've got y equals 2x minus 6. How do we find the y-intercept of any function? Now you're going to tell me it's minus 6. I can read it off here. Let's just reinforce it by going, the x value is going to be 0. So let's substitute in y equals 2 times 0 minus 6. Well, 2 times 0, 0 is minus 6, so minus 6. So we know that our y-intercept is 0 minus 6, and reinforcing this idea of writing it as full sets of coordinates. So we've got 0 minus 6. We know that it's going to go through that point there. And I'm going to label that, and I'm going to use full coordinates 0 minus 6, not just minus 6, just so we keep that idea. And I know that I'm harping on about this, but I really think it's so important. And over the years of teaching, I've seen how it's helpful to think of it in that form, that full form of coordinates, not just minus 6, because minus 6 doesn't exist anywhere on the Cartesian plane. It's always two coordinates, x and y. Okay, so if we find the y coordinate by making x 0, we find the x coordinate by making y 0. We already know that it's going to be somewhere here because we have such a good idea of what this graph's going to look like. It's a positive gradient and it's moved down, so we know that it's going to look like that. So we've got y equals 2x minus 6. Okay, we said that the y coordinate is 0. We know that our final answer is going to come out to be something 0. So 0 equals 2x minus 6. One equation, one variable, we solve. Add 6 to both sides. 6 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 3. Full coordinates 3, 0. So we know that's going to be 3, 0. And we can draw our straight line going with a ruler, please, through those 2 points. And for real completion, let's label it y equals 2x minus 6. It's the only graph that we're drawing, so you don't have to label it here, but let's just get into that rhythm. And there we go. Got a nice shape, and there's how we do question 1a. Hopefully you've gone through that, so the rest I can go a bit quicker when I talk about x-intercepts, y-intercepts, etc. So let me scroll down, but before that, remind you, this document's updating in our website all the time, so you have access to it. so you don't have to sit there taking screenshots, because yeah, I'd love that you're taking screenshots. I want to see it all, so hence it's on the website updating. So there we go, that's our first one.